I remember seeing the trailer for this game around 2 years ago and making fun of the fact that with all the different co-op multiplayer games that were coming out from Peak, Lethal Company, Repo, Content Warning, and so many other hits, that of course we got a game about just walking. Solving a few puzzles, proximity chat, all the things that these games thrived on, but at the end of the day, just going for a leisurely stroll. I thought surely that any game that I could just go outside on a normal summer day and do couldn't be that fun. God, was I an asshole. And now we walk.
That way.
When Big Walk released, regardless of my indifference, I felt before I needed an opinion on the thing, I first had to, well, play the thing. Before we get into this video, I'm going to be using the term Friendslop, even though I don't agree with this term, but here's this term for those that are unaware. Pause if you care.
This is unlike any other Friendslop game you have ever played, in the sense that you can't play it alone. At least not the full game.
You sit down.
Oh, whoa!
What did that do?
So,
What did you get?
Confetti.
confetti, genius.
Fire!
Wait, look! No, look!
Oh, look,
Yo, what is that?
It blows up and we die.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hell no.
Oh, hey guys, we did it.
Yo, what? That looks like a
oh,
deer,
my
bruh.
friend?
That's a deer.
What is
Hey,
it?
don't say that. Look, he's our friend. Oh shit.
Just take one of them.
No, I
What
didn't.
you
No, what? It borderline requires you to play with your friends, which is something people on Reddit were bitching about, despite the fact the game fucking tells you that you play with your close friends. There are very positive reviews under this game, by the way. like, what does that even mean? So I made 3 of my friends buy it for the love of the adventure, and well, shit went down for real.
Oh, wait, wait, look. Look at this.
You're not real. He hit in the thug shaker. Load into the game and you start in this big fucking hallway, almost as if it was the end of the hunter's exam and you were staring into the light. But more importantly, you start alone in this game. And if you've ever played a Friendslop game alone, you know how truly lonely it gets. Not for long though, because as soon as you get to the end of the tunnel, you and your friends can just start fucking around with the millions of tools and funny shit that the game wants to teach you, especially since playing the game is way more fun because of its controls. You get to kick things, wave your arms in different directions, put your friends on top of your head and vice versa, turn things on and off, use a bunch of different items, and even small little things. Like one of my friends being able to cross his legs just because his character allowed him to do so, which none of us could do. What? Ooh. Am I crisscross?
Namaste.
Wait, how did you crisscross? Who the fuck ringing that bell?
It was these little details that stood out to me because there were all these tiny things in a game about just walking and puzzle solving. And I believe that was just one piece that brought it to life. Watching my friends try to figure out how their hands work or how to pick up things was like watching a baby eat their first meal. It was messy, human in the most real way, and definitely with a ton of noises.
Making our way through puzzles, the atmosphere really was showing through, with its mix of Photoshop realism in its environment, while also having these really goofy architecture and items you can pick up. It just felt different than any other game I've played before.
I feel like most games stay to a certain theme, and anything outside of that theme tends to be cut or made small in order to not take away from the big feeling of the game. Big Walk's theme just felt real, and I don't know if any of you have played Little Big Planet. That's what this game felt like, as if the real world started blossoming with creativity. I haven't felt like that in a game in a long time.
The puzzles were also no pushover. They were intuitive, requiring you and your friends to even do things where you were limited in either speaking, seeing things, or both. Without spoiling some of the in-game puzzles, it never felt like a puzzle that was out of reach and that we had to search up on YouTube, like that one shrine from Breath of the Wild. It felt like 4 people could put their raw brain meats on the table and see which one stank the most, allowing us to not only get through puzzles, but being able to communicate in a way that catered towards each person.
I learned so much about my friends based off how we all solve puzzles together, and I think that was something really special about a game that doesn't require just one answer in order to do a puzzle.
Specifically, there's a mini game about shooting a light into a basketball hoop, but we all had the fun idea as a group to dunk the basketball, and we still got the little dude at the end because we were just trying to embrace this game with everything we learned. The silence as we walked around was also so much fun because it was filled not only with the incredible OST that House put together, but by the real laughs and real conversations we were having about life and about the items in the game. We would even stop by different sections of the game in order to admire the area or explore Easter eggs that could have been on the other side of something.
Just to find out that this was the point the whole time, to explore with your friends. And now suddenly, Big Walk has a much different meaning than before.
And this brings me back to the point that Friendslop isn't the term we should be using for these games. Because Big Walk in its entirety was created with a simple concept of what every Friendslop game was made to do. Wait, hold on. Can I borrow the laser pointer? I'll switch with you.
How would you go fuck yourself?
Oh shit, it just fell off. He said, why don't you go fuck? It was made so we as the player get to experience more fun things and create new memories with our friends.
I made this joke with my buddies that Big Walk, after playing it, felt nostalgic, even if we only played it for a few hours. And while half of it was making light of the fact that we didn't play it as long because it was late at night when we recorded, a part of me really believed that it did feel nostalgic.
The time that I did have playing this game and with my friends was worth it because I got to spend time learning things about my friends, finding things we all got excited about, and overall experiencing life with them. I have the pigtail, G, triangle, swirl. Big swirl. Ethan, were you the one that said it looks like a key?
It was Ethan or Tom.
Bro, Ethan went, oh, the swirl that looks like a key.
You said it was the one that looked like a G, Dom, so it looked
No, because Ethan later said, oh no, it's the G. I'm like, how the fuck is the key the G? That does not look like a key. Oh, yo, Ethan,
Oh
bro.
my god, I thought he said key.
Oh my god.
I believe that going into Big Walk wasn't going to be anything special. I thought it was just going to be walking. But you know, I realized that it wasn't about the walking. It was who you went on that walk with. We remember things so fondly because of the fact it wasn't about what we were doing, but rather who we decided to do it with. And that was a lesson I didn't think would apply to this video game. And to House, I apologize for that. Big Walk is an incredible game, and I truly believe that instead of the loose term Friendslop, as everyone says, I have a better name for it. Friend Core. And hey, maybe all it requires to get closer to those you care about is a really big walk.
Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out my friends who allowed this video to happen and my good friend Ethan for filming the shots of me in the game. It took a lot of time and effort to make this video, so I hope you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Okay, just talk.
Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.